Hello, Computer Science 7 students. Today we're going to be learning about the history of computers. But first, you need to log into your laptop and complete typing test number 27 at freetypinggame.net. Be sure you're recording your score each day in your typing test document. So by now, you should know that you go to My Apps, and then you'll open the Computer Science 7 folder that you created, and you're going to scroll down to week 4. Week 4 is right here. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of this week, September 28th, September 30th, and August 2nd, you'll need to record your typing score by taking test number 27. I can see here that in week 3, you didn't record your scores, and you also didn't record your scores on Friday of week 2. So that is part of your participation grade, and you need to get used to doing that each day that you would normally have class in school. After you've done your typing test, you need to make sure that you've gone to BrainPop. I did assign this earlier, and watch the video and take the review quiz. It does let me know when you've completed this assignment, and as of right now, as it stands, you have not completed it. So before moving on, you need to go ahead and watch that BrainPop video and take the review quiz. The review quiz is just for you, for more information for you. It's not a graded quiz, even though it will tell you your score out of 10 points. Next, we're going to start our computer history notes. So I'm going to ask that you take your computer history notes in a new document in your Computer Science 7 folder. So to do this, you're going to go to My Apps, open up your Computer Science 7 folder, click on New Word Document, and then you're going to be changing the name of the document to Computer History. And I'll demonstrate how to do that right here. So here we are at My Apps, and you have this icon on your computer's home screen. Once you're in My Apps, you're going to choose this choice, Stanford Office 365 OneDrive. And once you're in there, you're going to choose your Computer Science 7 folder. I'm not going to choose mine. I'm going to use a different folder because I have a lot of things in my Computer Science 7 folder. So I'm just using a dummy folder so that you can see what you need to do. So in your Computer Science 7 folder, you'll have your typing test, but now we want to add a new document. So you click up here where it says plus new, click on Word Document, and you'll see a new document pops up. It's very important that you put that in your computer history folder that you've shared with me so that I can look in there and see that you've taken the notes. Before we get started, we're going to change the name of the document. And since we're working in Word Online, it's really easy to change the name. Right here where it says Document, you can just click on that, and then you can change the name right here. And we're going to change this to Computer History Notes. And then you can just click in your document, and you'll see that your file is renamed, and it's also automatically saved. At the top of your document, I want you to write Computer History. Then I want you to skip a line and write Notes. You can center that if you want. If you don't know how, don't worry about it. But it does look a little bit nicer. If you want to change the font over here, make it something a little bit bigger because Calibri 11 is a little small, that's fine. But this is the document where I want you to take your notes. So now I'm going to read off the notes to you. You can see them in front of you, and you are going to type them in your computer history document. You may pause this video as many times as you need and rewind it so that you can get the notes. So the first one is the Central Processing Unit, or the CPU. The CPU, also known as the brain of the computer. It's a small, thin, square chip that processes data that's been entered into the computer. Remember, you can pause this video as often as you need to make sure that you're getting all the notes. Next, Charles Babbage, a British mathematician who designed a mechanical device in the mid-1830s called the analytical engine. It used gears to store numbers and do complex math. He made his device programmable with punch cards. His device was the forerunner of the modern digital computer. He is often known as the father of computers. His colleague, Ada Lovelace, wrote the first computer program. Instead of gears, later computers used electricity to represent numbers and operations. Originally, computers were not for everyone. They were only used by government agencies, businesses, and researchers until the late 1970s. On April 4, 1975, Microsoft was co-founded by childhood friends Paul Allen and Bill Gates. Gates was the first CEO. In 1976, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak invented the first Apple computer, Apple I, in Jobs' garage. It was designed for use at home. It was the first computer to let users see what they were doing on a TV screen, and it had a drive that let you save and load programs. In the early 80s, the home computer market began to boom. Software such as games and word processors made computers friendly for families. In 1983, Microsoft's crowning achievement was released. Microsoft Windows was an operating system with a graphical user interface and a multitasking environment for IBM computers. In 1986, the company went public and Bill Gates became a 31-year-old billionaire. That may sound a little bit complicated, but basically a graphical user interface is what your computer looks like when it turns on. So basically you can use all these graphics or pictures to let you go different places on your computer. And a multitasking environment is an environment in which you can do many things at once. So you can open a lot of different tabs at once and switch between them. A graphical user interface, or GUI, is a visual display allowing users to interact with a computer by using visual images such as windows, icons, and menus, such as the one I just showed you. In 1984, the first Macintosh computer was introduced. And in the 1990s, the internet grew popular. Email, websites, and touchscreens made computers even more useful. So that's it for today. Your computer history notes should be automatically saved. Just make sure you see the word saved right there, and you're done for today. If ever there are any questions, feel free to ask. You can contact me by email at nrutherford@stanfordcs.org. You'll notice that I provided a new Ask a Question discussion forum in Schoology, and it's right here at the top. Virtual office hours for remote students. So if you have a question and you need an immediate answer, I'm going to try to be available to you from Monday through Friday from 9 to 9:30 in the morning or 1:30 to 2 in the afternoon. If you have a question, I'll be at my computer and I can answer it more immediately. You can always ask a question at any time, but if you ask during those times, you'll get a quicker response. So I hope you have a wonderful day and thank you for joining.